Good afternoon, Charlee Velazquez here from Rugby in Florida and T-Pro. As you can see, I'm there's not the best place in the world right now, next to the parrilla with Juan Pedro Tolosa.
Juan Manuel.
Juan Manuel, close enough. He's the coach of the U14s of Agapi. How are you doing, Juan?
Cool, thank you. Thank you for
I see you have a
joining us
nice,
in the barbecue, in an asado argentino.
a nice side job here,
You can.
other than coaching.
Yeah. This is like probably we started with this 6 years ago, and every year we are improving, just with more people joining us, and for us it's a pleasure to. It's part of our values to serve each others. We are coaches, and we are here doing the asado for the kids.
Well, you
for
do,
the family.
let me tell you, you do a great job here,
Yeah, it's a team, right?
and as coaches, because
Like rugby, we are a team, and everybody
it's
has a role.
yeah.
In my case now is in care of the cut of the meat and
Looking pretty good. So let's talk about you're the coach of the U14s.
yeah, U14s, yes.
That is like a very important division, right, in the development of the players, because when they come out of, when you watch the U8, 10s, and 12s, it's pretty much. When I go to your events, it's so funny because the U8s, it's like everybody's with the ball. The U10s, they tend to run it and then pass it when they don't. And U12s, they're a little bit more organized. But real rugby you see starting in U14s.
I would say that it's a turning point. Probably it's a transition between the youth to the adult rugby. The same rules, but we are starting to to play in a bigger field.
Not big enough, right?
No, not big enough. But for them, it's wow. We had to play in that field, yeah, and you can do it. But it's between 12 and 14. It's a big difference, right?
It's a big difference. I was mentioning the field size because you guys typically play like in the width of the field and maybe 30-40 meters, not full field, because you don't play 15s either. Is that something you're looking to do this year?
Yes, we are starting the season playing in a half field, 10 aside.
Okay.
And now we are in the transition to play 15 in an entire field.
Full field.
The whole field. So
that's how it should be, right?
Yes, and then different techniques in the line out, in the scrum, and the position in the field. So they are just probably learning new, situation of the play, right? Because as I told you, the rules are the same, but in their minds they had to incorporate the idea that they can play in a whole field.
I've seen these kids play, and there's so much talent. You can just see so much talent there. Would you say of your actual U14 team, are like mostly all of them, they come from the younger divisions?
Well,
mostly?
We are now, the good thing is that every year we are incorporating new players. And it's a challenge for us as a coach because the players are, beginners, some of them. It's a mix with probably half of the team that has experience, like Lucky, for example, is one of the kids that started 4 years ago. And it's, he's probably a good example of improvement, the effort, it's a mix between effort, skills, team play. And 3 years later, I see him with a confidence that I didn't see in him 3 years ago. If I had to highlight one probably aspect of this sport is allow them to be more confident. And this is for us as coaches, we are very proud of them because we contribute to the development as a player, but as a person.
As a person, yes.
This is.
I think these are aspects that we know belong to this sport, and I don't think we show them enough because I'm always intrigued. Like, we know rugby is the best sport in the world, right?
I would say yes.
Right. So why aren't we like swarmed with kids coming to play? I think there's the impression that rugby has is not the right one, and there are a lot of things like these you were mentioning that if you talk to a parent and you make them understand the sport, they would be more than glad to bring the kids to rugby.
I can give you my personal experience. I was a soccer player from I was just 6 years old or younger, and I look at rugby like what are they playing? I didn't understand the rules. I didn't understand the.
This was back in Argentina.
Yes, back in Argentina. So super soccer and. And at that time, I saw rugby. Say, what are they doing? So because I didn't understand the rules.
Yeah.
And then when you approach to any club, and this is universal, you go any club in any city in the world that play rugby, the same concept, the same philosophy, but you have to approach them. And if you don't know what you can find there, it's pretty. But when you arrive, actually, I have welcoming some of the family that arrived from Argentina a week ago and say, come, because you have to see.
They feel home.
Yes, and this is family, and our key concepts here are, we are family. We are here to develop value for the kids, on top of rugby skills, right? And for us, it's very important, just from the beginning. So we are here to make friends.
This is a good example.
This is a good example.
This is a great example.
We are here to reinforce, because we are educated, but we help families to educate. But we contribute with reinforced values like respect, discipline, effort, and friendship. And I think that I do not see people that arrive to the club and then leave because of go to another sport. Right? They leave because they move to another city, but when they arrive, they stay. And then get the commitment. I see here more volunteers than a year ago doing this asado for the family, for the Okapi family, right? That's what we are looking for, right?
Speaking of the season, you have a nice season ahead.
Yes, a very challenge, because I say the 14 is guys that didn't grow. If you compare with others that were, if you have a 12-year-old guy with a 14-year-old, probably we have guys that 1 meter and 50, and the other with.
That's a division where you have these huge.
The different sizes. But it's another interesting, I think, aspect for rugby. We can play as rugby players, no matter the size you have.
Yeah.
We have a just position for every size, every if you are tall, if you are not tall enough, if you are fat or you are thin, everybody has played, and that's part of the confidence that I told you before.
Yeah, of course.
It doesn't matter the size. In other sport, probably size it's a limitation. Not here.
Okay, well, there's something going on here.
Okay, sorry.
I wish you well for the season. This is looking great. So this one you already won. This one you won.
I do prefer, in my country, I do prefer the flat meat, but I was incorporating new ones like picanha, which is very nice, and the sausage there. I had to hurry up because
I'll leave it to you.
Is empty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye. Gracias.